If you're planning out your days, there are only two things that can go wrong. Either your plan is bad or you're not following the plan. And today I'm going to show you how to fix both of these. So the first thing we have to do is actually find an app that you're going to use for your calendar and your time tracking, aka tracking your past and your future. So you can use pretty much whatever you want, like whatever app actually holds you accountable to doing these things, to tracking all of these, that app will be the best for you. I'm specifically going to be using TickTick because it has both of these features in one app, and it also has this cool visual that I'm going to show you later. Okay, so let's tackle the first issue. The plan is bad. And for your plan to be bad, you first of all have to have a plan. So if you're not planning your days right now, let me show you how to do this from the very start. I'm going to be showing you how to set this up in Google Calendar, since this is what most of you guys are probably going to use. I already have my calendar set up in TickTick, but we will get to that a bit later. So on Google Calendar, you can go to other calendars and hit this little plus icon right here. And now create new calendar. Give it a name. The first calendar that we are going to create is going to be called Sleep. Just hit the name and you can give it a description or something, but I don't really care about that, and hit create a new calendar. Google Calendar usually takes just a couple of seconds to create a new one. So it created calendar, now hit back, and the first thing that you have to do in order to create a good schedule is set out your sleeping times. It's really important that you wake up and go to sleep every day at the exact same time. This will kind of configure your brain into properly sleeping each night and expecting to wake up at the same time, which will give you the maximum productivity. I'm going to go down here to 9 AM and drag it as far down as I can. Now I can add a title, let's say sleep. And down here where it says probably your name, you can click on it and set the correct calendar here, which is sleep. And we are going to color it to the grape color because purple is for some reason sleep. You can also change the time over here to be showing the correct times, which means 9 PM till 5 AM. We'll just scroll down here. That's 8 hours of sleep, which should be sufficient. And we want this to repeat. So we click on doesn't repeat and we click on daily. Now, when we click on add, it will add into every single day into the future. And that's the basis for our calendar right here. Now you have to think about what would be the best thing that I would do if I woke up at 5 AM each day and it would be just a part of my ideal day. So for example, for me, it will be if I woke up at 5 AM till 5:45, I will be reading. So I want to go to other calendars, hit the little plus, create a new calendar. Let's say, I don't know, learning. And once we type in learning, we can hit create a new calendar. Now we head back to the main section and we have learning over here. By the way, you can change these colors by just clicking over here and changing the color of the calendar. So let's say for learning, we are going to give it the banana color. And right over here, I can say that from 5 to 5:45, I'm going to be reading books. And again, change the calendar over here to learning, give it some sort of a special color or keep it neutral. It will keep the color of the actual calendar that you set right here. And then we have the times correctly, but we can click on it and repeat it daily. So it just goes on and on and on every single day. That would be our ideal day. And you basically copy this process all over again throughout the day until you hit your complete day with all of the tasks that you would do in an ideal one. So once you have this figured out, your day should look something like this, like what I have going on here in TickTick. And if you're also going to be using TickTick, then it's really simple here. You just drag on, create an event, give it some sort of a name, let's say reading again. You can assign it to any kind of your list. I have a separate learning group with reading over here. And now you click on the little calendar icon up here and set it to repeat on the daily. Set the times and hit OK. And now when we tap out of it, it will actually repeat and show on our calendar on the daily. This is kind of my perfect day over here. I don't have to sleep right here because in TickTick it's kind of a pain to just tick off the sleep schedule every single day, but I know that you can collapse all of your time over here, which is your sleeping time. And I have that collapsed. And as you can see, I have different tasks repeating over this time period right over here, because this is basically my gym time. And I have set it up so that every single one of these repeats every 4 days. That means you have quads and hamstrings over here. And when we go 4 days into the future, you can see quads and hamstrings once again. Another thing that you can notice is that I have quite the big gaps between these tasks. And that's because every single action that you are probably going to do is is gonna take a bit longer than you expect it to, because work always expands just a little bit longer. So just to be safe, I always leave a bit of safe time between tasks in order for them to expand just a little bit if something comes in the way. Like for example, talking with people, unexpected events, and things like that. And as my coloring over here goes, you can do pretty much whatever you want, but I like to always keep all of my yellows to be learning tasks, all of my greens to be like fitness and health related tasks. Like you can see my gym is over here, stationary bike, running, that's cardio, stretching and push-ups, and then shower. And this is all of my fitness stuff done for the day in the morning until pretty much 10 o'clock. I always finish before 10, but if it would have stretched out for some reason, I want to be finished at least half 11. Then all of my purple stuff is work related, and I will get back to this in just a moment. All of my orange stuff right here is food related. Green, again, that's health. Take creatine, I have to remind myself of that. And again, running and some dinner, which is eating, and then a little bit of learning at the end of the day to just calm me down before sleep. So once you plan out your day something similar to this, you can go on to step 2, which is actually doing the things on your calendar. And it's pretty easy to do all of this cardio stuff, then just some gym training and stretching, pull-ups. It's really easy to do that. But the main hurdle that I find in my day is actually staying consistent with the working times. Because often I just say that, oh, I'm just going to do this for a few minutes, and I end up spending hours on it. In order to counteract this, TickTick has this really useful feature, and it's in any kind of other productivity app as well, so you can use pretty much whatever you want for this, but it's the focus tab right over here, and this enables you to do Pomodoros. If you don't know what a Pomodoro is, it's basically spread out time blocking over a period of time when you get work done. It's basically 25 minutes of work, then 5 minutes break, 25 minutes of work, 5 minutes break, and you do this 4 times in a row, and on the 4th break you get 15 minutes off. It sounds a bit silly to actually break up your work this way, but it really keeps you energized, especially when you go for a drink, just walk around for those 5 minutes between work, then you will feel way more inclined to actually continue in the work. And the benefit with only the 25 minutes chunks of work is that you can look at the clock at any time and you will see a number, for example, like 19 minutes, and everybody can work for an extra 19 minutes. So it makes the work feel less kind of huge. And that's basically why over here in the calendar, I have this big chunk of Pomodoros, because I like to do all of my Pomodoro stuff around here, and I know that, oh, from 10:45 I should probably start doing my Pomodoros, and I can fit in probably like 4 of them. And I always want to hit at least 6 Pomodoros a day. That's 3 constant hours of work. And if you're saying like, oh, most people go to work for 8 hours, but you work only 3. Well, in those 3 hours, you are going to get so much more concentrated work done than in the entirety of the day if you were spending your usual 8 hours. But the really important feature that TickTick enables me to do is to actually look at what I've done during those times that I planned, so I can stick to the plan itself. And you can see it right over here in my past few days when I've done Pomodoros, because you can go up here into these 3 dots if you're using TickTick as well, and you can go to view options and show focus records. This is the important option right here, and this will show you every time you started a focus that's been longer than 5 minutes, because everything under 5 minutes really doesn't count. So you can see that, for example, today I didn't have much Pomodoro time yet, and currently I'm in some, but I forgot to start it, so that's bad on me. But yesterday you can see that I actually did 7 Pomodoros in a row, which is really amazing, especially for me starting with this technique, and you will quickly get used to it. The first few days are gonna be a bit cumbersome, like you will be like, oh, I will just set a timer for like 3 hours and go in one full go, but then you will quickly find out that after probably like an hour and a half, you are going to be pretty burned out. But if you actually stick to it and do these 5-minute breaks religiously, and you just stick to the regime, like when 00 hits the mark on the clock, you leave everything there on the screen and don't touch your keyboard for the next 5 minutes, you are going to be really fired up on the next work session to actually get more things done. And if you're using TickTick like me, or you do this in, for example, 2 separate calendars, it will show you that you are actually following the plan. And now the only thing that can be bad is the plan itself. So you can change that in order to get different results. Okay, so hopefully this little time tracking and time blocking that I'm doing right here actually helped you. And if it helped, just leave a comment down below and I will be really happy about it. So that will be it for today, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.